If you've had as many years of mammograms as I had, it's not something you expect to hear. We found something, we don't know what it is. When you are faced with your own mortality, it changes you. You become more aware of your family, your friends, the things you want to do in the future. After the double mastectomy, initially, I didn't have a lot of sensation. When I hugged my granddaughters, I couldn't feel it. That was heartbreaking.
I think when a woman faces a diagnosis of cancer, perhaps sensation after mastectomy is not the first thing they think of. Within that tissue is where the majority of the nerves live. So a mastectomy, by definition, requires removal of those nerves. Oftentimes, patients are surprised that this will result in loss of sensation.
My head was full of questions, more concerned with the cancer itself. Once it was removed, what were my options for the reconstruction? And when he mentioned the deep flap option with the resensation, it was like a light bulb went off. That was the answer to every prayer I had.
I chose to incorporate resensation into my practice because it offered the next frontier for my breast cancer patients. While we've come a long way in reconstruction of breasts in a natural, authentic way, patients historically did not have much sensation. We didn't have the technology or the science to recreate sensation in the breast. Science has grown in breast reconstruction, and now we have the tools, the nerve grafts, and the techniques that offer the best opportunity for sensation. A deep flap uses skin and fat from the lower abdomen to rebuild a breast. We disconnect that skin and fat with the nerve that gives sensation to the abdomen. When we transfer the tissue, we connect it to nerves that I dissect in the chest that give sensation there.
I probably didn't listen well enough to know about the time factor. Once I started getting energy back, I guess I started concentrating on getting the sensation back. My expectations were I'd go to bed one night, and the next morning I'd wake up and everything would be normal. And that wasn't what happened. I didn't really feel anything. I would say it was approximately 3 months after the surgery. I felt this tingling, and it almost was painful. And so, I called the doctor. I talked to the nurse. I have this tingling, and it's very painful, and what is it? And she was like, no, that's normal. That's actually you getting a little feeling back. And I was like, really? I think when I realized that I was starting to have feeling again is I walked into a door jam, and I was like, oh, I could feel that. And that was pretty exciting at that point. Once I started feeling more and more tingling and stuff like that, I was like, okay, this is working now. And that was so gratifying because hugs are important in my life, and I could finally feel them again. And when I could hug my granddaughter and when I could hug her and feel her, that was phenomenal. A lot of people don't understand that the feeling goes away. You just don't think about it. You stand in a group full of 5 or 6 ladies and you realize you're not the only one that's going to have breast cancer. I mean, the numbers are there. Now my purpose is to go out there and educate other women, especially those that I know.